Hey guys, this is Dino here, and today I'll be adding the next part to What If Naruto was in Pokemon. Before we begin this part, just a quick message, so don't skip it please. I will be only uploading the Naruto videos and the Dragon Clan videos as I intend to finish the season 1 of both the stories before the end of the year. So I'll put the Red in Team Rocket story on hold for just a bit because I think there are 3 more episodes in both of the stories. So that's like 6 episodes. So for 6 episodes, we'll be taking just these 2 stories so I can complete the season 1, and then I will be starting 2 brand new stories. One of which I already have in mind, and the other one I will ask you guys on the Discord server. So make sure to join the Discord server because sometimes like I can't see the YouTube comments for some reason. So apologies for that. And also very sorry that in this video I will stutter a lot because I was very excited about making this part. Just a lot of brand new concepts in this one. So the whole time as I was recording it, it almost felt to me as I was watching a video myself. So hope you guys understand. Enjoy the story. Thank you. Here's a short recap from the last part. Naruto went to Professor Sycamore's lab with the Zagrate cells that he had retrieved from Kabuto. But this proved to be a huge mistake as this led him straight into Orochimaru's and Lysander's trap. Lysander's secret was revealed that he was working with Orochimaru all along. However, before Orochimaru could do any major damage to Naruto's Pokemon, he was saved by his father's mentor, the legendary Sanin Jiraiya. The two Sanins battled it out before Orochimaru retreated. After that, Jiraiya and Naruto went to the next town where he challenged Valerie for the Fairy Badge. Naruto emerged victorious and finally he could join Jiraiya in Mount Myoboku, where he would train to level up his Pokemon even more, to not only become the champion of the Kalos region, but to also stop Orochimaru's and Team Flare's evil ambitions. Now we continue the story. Naruto met Jiraiya at the swamp where they were scheduled to meet after the gym battle. Jiraiya congratulates Naruto on winning the badge, but tells him that as he heard the battle was really close, and he could not quite control his mega evolution of Venusaur. So that's why they should head to Mount Myoboku sooner rather than later, as he would need not only need the power of mega evolution, but would also need to advance his Pokemon to a level where he could compete with the likes of himself and Orochimaru. With that in mind, they both teleport to Mount Myoboku using a seal that Jiraiya always carries with himself. As soon as they arrive, Naruto is very impressed by the surroundings, as he says that this mountain looks peaceful, and although it has a strange smell of toads all around it, it's a nice place to live in. Jiraiya tells him that it's mostly nice, except for the food, and he later reveals to Naruto that they only eat bugs here. This grosses Naruto out a bit, but he decides to maintain his composure. They are met by the Toad Chief, Gamabunta. Gamabunta greets Jiraiya as if they are old comrades in battles. Jiraiya tells him that Gamabunta is the chief trainer of the Toads here, and he will help train Greninja specially. After that, they meet the leaders of the Toad clan, Fugaku and his wife Shima. Fugaku looks at Naruto and asks Jiraiya if this is the boy he was talking about, and Jiraiya tells him that he is. According to and according to him, Naruto has a vast amount of untapped potential, with which Fugaku can definitely help with his training. Naruto asks Jiraiya if he's sure that these midget frogs would help him in any way, and Jiraiya smacks him on the head for being disrespectful. Fugaku and Shima, however, are amused by Naruto's playful personality, and tells Jiraiya that Jiraiya used to be like this when he was younger. And Jiraiya reflects on the fact that it has been so many years when he went to train here. Fugaku then tells Naruto to reveal all of his Pokemon that he has on hand, and Naruto does. After examining each and every one of them, Fugaku prepares a training regime for Naruto. But before that, he reveals some secrets of the toad species. He tells Naruto that his Frogadier is an alpha of the Greninja species. Naruto asks what an alpha is, and goes on to explain that the alpha are the Pokemon which are the supreme breed amongst its species, just like Jiraiya's Sesame Toad is one. And the thing with the alpha species is that they tend to have a different typing than the regular ones. For example, Jiraiya's Sesame Toad is a poison and ground type instead of being the regular water and ground type. And and the and the most striking feature about the alpha species is that they are not in some cases they are not only comparable to legendary Pokemon, but very rarely they even outclass them. And this is the case with Naruto's Vulpix slash Ninetales. This piques Naruto's interest more than the alpha talk, and he asks Fugaku what does he mean by that. Fugaku goes on to explain that the Vulpix that Naruto had with him was an alpha species. On top of that, it went through a forceful mega evolution when it is not capable of mega evolving naturally. This amplified its strength beyond legendary Pokemon level and also gave it an immense amount of power that is yet to be tapped in. So the ultimate goal for Naruto is not only to become the Kalos champion but also get back his Vulpix before anyone else gets their hands on it. Because if one can tap into the power of such a powerful mutant, they could definitely do either great things or or absolutely horrible things with it. He further goes on to explain that Frogadier will evolve into an Alpha Greninja, which will have the typing of water and fighting. So with that in mind, the training begins. Tauros and Krogan train in their physical attacks to magnify them and also in their durability and speed. Venusaur trains with a Steam Toad alongside Heliolisk to train its special attack and bulkiness. Heliolisk on the other hand learns some various new moves from the old Steam Toad. Pavilion unfortunately has a difficult time here because it's a bug and they are in a land of toads and toads eat bugs. So you know what I mean. Greninja trains with none other than Gamabunta and Fugaku and Shima. It is here that Naruto learns about the Sage mode that every Pokemon can possess when being trained in their natural homeland. Although Frogadier is not able to tap into the full Sage mode, it is able to muster up some amounts of Sage chakra, which is also known as Senjutsu. This not only magnifies its abilities, but also gives it move a new touch, which can prove very beneficial in battles. With this also comes extra hidden abilities, not protein, but something else, which is yet to be revealed. So stay tuned for that. After weeks of training, all of Naruto's Pokemon grow immensely in both strength and durability and techniques. One fine day of training, Jiraiya tells Naruto that he has received reports that his Vulpix has been spotted in Dendemil town. Naruto immediately wants to go there, and Jiraiya tells him that this would be a good test for him. With Jiraiya by his side, Naruto is sure that they will be able to capture the Vulpix once and for all. This is true, as Naruto's Vulpix is raging across Dendemil town, wreaking havoc all around. But unfortunately for the teacher and student duo, they are not the first ones to arrive here. As they soon teleport to Dendemil town, they notice that Orochimaru is here, and this time he's not with Team Flare, he is with his own personal team, the Sound Four. Jiraiya recognizes them and tells Naruto that these trainers are not to be messed with, as they are Orochimaru's personal team and they have underwent various experimentations on themselves and their Pokemons. So he tells Naruto to stay on his guard around them. Naruto and Jiraiya confront Orochimaru and Jiraiya tells his student to go on ahead as he will hold off Orochimaru. He tells Naruto to avoid as many battles as possible and reserve his Frogadier to battle against the Vulpix, as he would need Frogadier to capture and subdue the Vulpix using the wind prison technique. Naruto nods and leaves, as the two old friends confront each other. Jiraiya tells Orochimaru that it is not too late and he can still give up on his meaningless plans of world domination which he will never achieve. Orochimaru berates Jiraiya for wasting his talent doing the so-called right thing. They could have conquered the world together. But on the other hand, Jiraiya is a knucklehead and he knows nothing about making the right decisions, and that's why he's a wanderer, while Orochimaru will soon become the undisputed ruler of the Kalos region. Jiraiya tells Orochimaru that this is his wet dream, which was once thwarted by Minato, and this time it will be thwarted by himself. The battle begins as Orochimaru sends out his Arbok and Survivor. Jiraiya counters it by sending out his Poly Duo and his Sesame Orochimaru tells Jiraiya that that's cute, as although it's 2-on-1, he will soon find out that he is way in over his head in this battle. Both Arbok and Survivor undergo a mutation change, and they somewhat mega evolve into a more demonic looking versions of themselves. Jiraiya immediately recognizes that this is the same forceful mega evolution that they did on Naruto's Vulpix. And Orochimaru tells Jiraiya that that's not even the whole story. His Arbok is an alpha of its species. So now Jiraiya knows that he cannot hold anything back against this Pokemon. He directs the Poly Duo to take on Survivor and somewhat subdue it while Sesame takes on Arbok. The Poly Duo start to battle against the Survivor, but it is soon proven that they are no match for it. Despite being a 2-on-1, Survivor is fast and strong and is able to overpower them. This is until Politoed activates its Drizzle ability, and this gives Poliwrath the Swift Swim boost of speed. But despite this fact, the best they can do is hold off the Survivor, so that Sesame can battle against Arbok 1-on-1. And once again, this proves to be a one-sided battle, as Arbok in its mutated state manhandles Sesame and slams it around the area, causing a lot of damage. But Jiraiya tells Orochimaru to not get cocky, as all this time Sesame was gathering Senjutsu energy, and then it goes into its full Sage mode after absorbing enough energy, and this levels the battle a lot more. As in its Sage mode, Sesame is somewhat able to hold Arbok off. Although Arbok still has the advantage in power, Sesame has the advantage in type, and is able to deal some massive damage to Arbok, but it also takes some damage itself. Sesame uses its ability smartly, and is able to trap Arbok using a version of the Sand Tomb, in which it's a swamp instead of a regular Sand Tomb. Arbok although struggles and takes a lot of damage from Sesame in this immobilized state, it's soon able to shed its skin and emerge from the rubble, and once again starts to gain the upper hand on Sesame. Meanwhile, Naruto confronts the Sound Four, who block his way from reaching his Vulpix. Naruto sends out all his Pokemon to battle, as the Sound Four does the same. They send out a Machamp, a Jinx, Ariados, and Dodrio, as Naruto orders Frogadier to create some Shadow Clones to assist his Pokemon while they march on ahead. As Naruto looks back, he sees that the Sound 4 Pokemon also go through the same mutation that Orochimaru's two snakes did, and this proves to be a huge mistake on Naruto's part to leave his Pokemon behind, as they are getting manhandled by the mutated forms of the other Pokemon. This forces Venusaur to go into its Mega Evolved form, and this somewhat levels the playing field. Although Naruto and Jiraiya are battling their hardest, the best they can do is hold off the increasing advances of Orochimaru and the Sound 4. On the other hand, the Team Flare Grunts have surrounded Naruto's Vulpix and are trying to seal it using their technology. This proves to be futile, as Vulpix's energy is too strong, and it blasts the Flare Grunts away. Naruto reaches Vulpix, but before he could talk to it, an odd-looking Pokemon blocks its way. Naruto looks at it and then realizes that this looks similar to the Zygrade core, and then he realizes that the Zygrade has undergone its transformation into its next stage. Frogadier is forced to battle this Zygrade, and it immediately reveals that it has been charging up its wind release water pulse just for this moment. It fires off the combination attack, and Naruto expects this to take Zygrade out, as this move has not disappointed him ever since it was invented. But to his surprise, the Zygrade releases its special move, Thousand Arrows, which blasts through the wind release water pulse, hitting Frogadier head on and causing a lot of damage. Frogadier goes down but keeps battling, but it is evidently clear that the Zygrade has a huge advantage over Frogadier in both power, speed, and bulkiness. This forces Frogadier to use its Senjutsu chakra, and this evens the playing field for a long time. Frogadier is able to beat down Zygrade using water type and fighting type attacks, but Zygrade somehow is getting stronger and stronger as the battle goes on, adapting to Frogadier's every move. And soon enough, the Senjutsu chakra runs out, and Zygrade is once again able to overpower Frogadier and take it out this time. Zygrade then turns its attention towards the Ninetales, and it unleashes the Thousand Arrows moves, this time on the Ninetales. But unlike Frogadier, the Ninetales absolutely eats it up, and then it fires off an odd-looking attack that Naruto realizes is the same move that it fired back in the Team Flare HQ. This move takes the Zygrade out, and Orochimaru, noticing this, recalls all of his Pokemon and sends out a Dragapult. The Dragapult uses Phantom Force to not only teleport Orochimaru and the Sound Force, but also the Zygrade with it. On the on the other hand, with the Zygrade gone, the Ninetales turns its attention towards Naruto and fires off its Tail Beast bomb. Frogadier, once again activating its Senjutsu chakra, jumps in front of the attack to block it. But it's evidently clear that its chakra will run out, as in its second stage, the frog Pokemon is not able to contain this massive amount of chakra within it. With its energy slowly fading away, it looks back at Naruto and realizes that if it fails here, the Biju bomb will hit Naruto head on. So this forces Frogadier to undergo its evolution into Greninja, and Naruto immediately notices that this is different from the regular Greninja. Now evolved, it has the power and the strength to combat the Ninetales on some level, but it still has taken a lot of damage and is mostly running on adrenaline right now. It is able to create two clones, but the power difference between Frogadier and Greninja is evidently clear, as the two clones are able to subdue Ninetales pretty well. And Naruto orders Greninja to prepare the wind release water pulse, but this time it turns into an entirely different move, and Naruto comments that this looks more like a Shuriken. It fires the combo attack, and the Ninetales once again counters it with its Biju bomb. The both attacks collide, resulting in a huge explosion which levels most of the parts of the town. And when the battle is over, Greninja falls down, too exhausted to continue, as it has battled back to back against two legendary level Pokemon. Naruto recalls it and tells all of his Pokemon to stay back. It walks up to the Ninetales and once again apologizes for for his failure to protect it. Naruto that tells the Ninetales to give him one more chance, as he will prove to it that it can be a worthy trainer to the fire type. Once again the Ninetales begins to charge up its attack, but surprisingly it abandons the move, looking at Naruto. He then looks the other way before retreating. Jiraiya comes over and asks Naruto what has happened. Naruto, with a slight smirk on his face, tells that they are making improvements, and the next time he encounters the Ninetales, he will definitely bring it back to its home. And guys, that's where I will be ending this part. Sorry if I was stuttering a lot because you know I was so excited about this part, so little bit anxiety. So forgive me. And yeah, that's it, guys. Stay safe and God bless. Thank you.